We're delivering a crypto derivative exchange on a 24/7 basis and on hourly margining as well, which is quite innovative because a lot of the mainstream exchanges are doing at end of day mark-to-market and margining. We do it hourly, every day, 7 days a week, non-stop. My name is Kok Kee Chong. I'm the CEO for AsiaNext, a digital asset exchange created in Singapore by our joint venture partners. They are SIX, which is the Swiss Stock Exchange, on the one hand, and then on the other is SBI Digital Asset Holdings, based in Japan. So AsiaNext's vision is to be part of an ecosystem that enables the adoption of digital assets in the capital markets industry. Our strategy is to work with like-minded ecosystem partners, namely institutions across the world, to create a trading platform. In our case, is an exchange platform for members on our exchange to be able to trade on a fair, open, transparent basis. So AsiaNext intends to be part of an ecosystem that allows our institutional members to be able to trade seamlessly on our platform with a lot of capital efficiency in mind. By that, I mean that they can deploy the least amount of capital to support their trading volumes on our platform. They can deploy assets that they have to collateralize those positions on our platform as well. And these assets, if they're not being applied as collateral, they can also be applied to yield, either interest income or other kinds of income on our platform. So we operate on a global basis with our institutional members on our platform. A lot of them are based in Europe, the US, and also in Asia. We do have an Asian focus because we are based in Singapore. Some of the nuances around the digital assets market is that, firstly, it is a very nascent market. So tokenization of assets is being spoken about, being presented in seminars, but a lot of the adoption by mainstream financial institutions is still in the early days. A lot of them are doing proof of concepts or pilots. Some of them work together with each other to do that sometimes, but the movers and shakers, so-called, are still yet to dominate this space to a point of what I call mass adoption. Regulators are also looking into this space, trying to enable adoption of digital assets, to enable capital efficiency, to enable seamless financial transactions across the distributed ledger systems. So there's a lot of support, there's a lot of wind behind the wings to enable the adoption of digital assets, but it's still in the early days. AsiaNext has already deployed an open source blockchain called Hyperledger Besu. The purpose of that is to be able to mint and store securities tokens on our platform. We also envisage that in the future, there'll be opportunities to link our blockchain with other blockchains out there. We know that the world is not made up of little islands, but connectivity between these islands, these little financial ecosystems like ours, need to be in place before we can scale with other like-minded venues out there across the world. So our approach to interoperability is to make sure that we deploy in a fashion that allows us to connect to other blockchain ecosystems in the future. AsiaNext is in a space where we want to be connected, right, with cross-border liquidity networks and other digital asset networks. In order to do that, we have to work with a strategic partner like Chainlink to be able to deploy solutions across different blockchains. So, for example, tapping on asset transfers between one location to another. When both locations are on different blockchains, then we need a bridge like CCIP to allow us to do that seamlessly. So we see the future of digital assets in capital markets being very much a connected ecosystem where such asset transfers or data transfers are crucial. A lot of people are trying to gaze into this crystal ball. Some think it will come early. Some think it's not a one-year wonder, it's a multi-year affair for blockchain adoption. Digital assets, tokenization or otherwise, is a long journey. And I kind of agree with that view. A lot depends on the movers and shakers in the industry, when they're going to adopt this. Because the full benefits of blockchain adoption can only be realized when there are many players jumping onto the same bandwagon. And we do see that interest in many of the big financial institutions across the world now focusing on tokenization of assets. So we do see that regulators and the community of financial institutions aggressively pushing tokenization, distributed ledgers, smart contracts, and so on to enable seamless financial transactions. I do see that AsiaNext will also play its part in enabling this for the community. We do hope that this will come sooner than later. Every day is a different day for me, and I like the work at AsiaNext because it is transformative. It allows me to, and my team, to innovate using technology and using partners in the ecosystem to build an exchange that is for members that are institutions that feel like they are able to help shape the solution as well. So for example, we're delivering a crypto derivative exchange on a 24/7 basis and on hourly margining as well, which is quite innovative because a lot of the mainstream exchanges are doing at end of day mark-to-market and margining. We do it hourly, every day, 7 days a week, non-stop.